Hey y'all, it's Necey Dixon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, y'all, welcome back. Okay. Today we're doing brunch at Necey's a little bit different. Yes, Julia, thank you for being here. Thank you, Alicia Garcia, for being here. The first live streams of 2. I decided to skip over Love After Lockup because I honestly didn't think y'all was too pressed to hear about it. But if y'all are, I can always go back and make a video on it. Now, like usual Sundays, I always have to run somewhere immediately after we do this review. So today I just so happen to be getting ready to go to one of my friends' birthday brunches. So I'm going to an actual brunch. So for this brunch at Necey's, I am drinking just a little bit of orange juice, and then I filled it up with sparkling water because I'm gonna be drinking lots of champagne later on. So let me not start too early. So with that being said, y'all, before I get into the review, y'all, we are this close to 7,000 subscribers. This close, y'all. Go ahead, like the video, share the video, subscribe, tweet the video, okay? Because we're almost there to 7,000. One more thing, I just opened up merch. I have a merch website. The link is in the description box where you can get t-shirts, stickers, whatever. The cheapest thing is $2.99. I think the most expensive thing is like a sweatshirt, and it's like $30 or something like that. But any support that you have for my channel is always appreciated. As we continue to grow, my goal definitely before the end of the year is 10K. And I have no doubt in my mind that we can do it. We almost to 10K. I've been uploading videos consistently every week on the same shows. So I hope y'all like my channel enough to support. But with that being said, y'all, I think we can go ahead and jump into the review from Put a Ring on It. And I hope that y'all really like this thumbnail, because how foolish. How foolish, y'all. I'm so over it, y'all. I told y'all I felt like we hit the turning point with Alexia, where when we first got on the show, I felt like a lot of people felt like it was pretty clear that Darian was the fool, okay? We knew he was the fool. We accepted that. So I feel like on the front end, Darian got a lot of slack, but on the back end, the way that you're moving, Alexia, these mind games that you're playing on yourself, how foolish. Alexia is so smart. And it's like, I just need to know, why did y'all come on the show? Because it seems like she's not being receptive to a lot of the exercises, i.e. going on extra dates, i.e. enjoying your own dates. Why did you come on the show? Did you want a ring, or did you want to continue this 14-year relationship? And you're not doing anything to show me, as if I matter, but me, the viewers, okay? I am the voice of the viewers. You're not doing anything to show us or show Dr. Nicole that you want something different. So that's why I titled this thumbnail, How Foolish, okay? I agree with y'all 100%. Julia says, Darian, I'm done with him. Ashtuck, hey, what's up? And then Jazzy Jazz says, a fool for love. That's absolutely right. And it's so unfortunate. So let's go ahead and get into the episode, y'all. First, the episode starts out. Ooh, another thing, y'all. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is the first of 2 lives back to back. So as soon as this live ends, I will still be on YouTube. Just go to my channel, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and then I will be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville. So don't think I left, because I got another video immediately after this one. So I expect y'all to pack your bags on up, pack your mimosas on up, and head over to the Love and Marriage Huntsville video immediately after this one. So the episode starts out, y'all. Ooh, what's up, J-Dub? Y'all, this is where we were last week. Y'all see the disgust in Alexia's face. Y'all see the anger in Alexia's face. You see the indifference in Darian's face. He ain't new to this. He's true to this, okay? He's used to doing what he wants to do, used to Alexia acting a fool, giving him some sort of ultimatum or some sort of boundary. He sticks to it for a hot second, and ultimately you still end up not getting what you want, which is apparently a ring and some kids. He's down to have the kids, but not necessarily give you a ring. So I'm like, Alexia, nobody's standing in your way but you. We were all rooting for you. We want so much more for you. And I would love for you, Alexia, to come on the Ooh Ladies First panel so we can get to talk to you a little bit more, because you are beautiful. Okay. Specifically, I love when you have the black hair. In the confessional, when you had the black hair, the hoops, and the dark lipstick, you popping. Blonde, I don't really care for it, but Alexia, you are beautiful. You're smart enough to convince yourself of things that aren't really true because you really want to be with Darian. So I just really want you to move on and do something else. Okay. I hate to say it, J-Dub, he says Alexia is the new Paige, and the Paige he's talking about is from Married at First Sight. Definitely. Because I feel like looking at Alexia, this is where Paige and Chris would have been if they decided to stay married, 14 years from now? He definitely would have had about 3 outside babies, so on and so forth. So I hate to see it. This is just Paige evolved. So yeah, Alexia, come talk to us, sis. We're rooting for you. Definitely. Let's go on, y'all. So this week, I had to show y'all this picture of Jessica and Eric. Y'all, as the episodes go on, I really do like Eric. Eric seems to be like a nice, chill, cool dude, but I'm also a little bit concerned. Initially, I thought that their issues weren't that big. I still don't think their issues are that big, honestly. But what I feel like is happening is Eric is growing some sort of indifference to Jessica going on all these dates. And I also feel like no progress has been made. Dr. Nicole hit it right on the head at the end of the episode. Both of them do the same things. I feel like they're both used to playing games in the relationship they've been in, and they can never take the other one seriously. So they both have this like level of mistrust because not only was Eric playing games when he was an NFL player and off the field, obviously, but Jessica trying to play games. She was trying to make sure she had somebody else in the background, which I don't blame you. Sis, do what you got to do. You're not married to a man, whatever. But I feel like there's no growth here. So this is another couple where I'm like, why did you come on the show? Like, I know Jessica came on the show initially because she said that she wanted a ring. One second. So Jessica initially said she wanted a ring, okay? Eric, on the other hand, was not so sure. But I feel like the way that they're moving, I don't know what y'all want. I'm really confused as to why y'all on the show. Ash Tuck, you are killing me. Jessica is looking for a sponsor. Thank you. But yeah, no, I think she is. And I do honestly feel like she likes Eric enough that although she's looking for somebody to provide a certain lifestyle, she would be happy if Eric was that person for her. But Eric can't see her on a deeper level, it seems like. So yeah, I really don't see their relationship going anywhere. And I feel like it wouldn't be a wise decision for them to get engaged at the end of this, honestly. I feel like all the couples on the show, if y'all have gotten to this point, if y'all are at a end of a brick road or whatever, I don't see marriage as a smart option at the end of the season. So anyway, Jessica and Sean go on a date this episode, and I told y'all I don't even think that Jessica was really feeling Sean like that. The only reason why I feel like she was open to Sean is because as soon as that man said luxury real estate, she said, oh, okay, nice. And I also think it was the fact that he had a daughter, just like we found out she has 2 daughters. But I don't see a connection there. He's thirsty. He's doing too much. He's lame. He's definitely a can I get a hug ass, like definitely. That's the vibes he's giving. Not to say that he couldn't be a nice dude, but he's definitely not Jessica's type of dude. Jessica is used to dating, the cool boy, low-key fuck boy type of dude. And Sean is not that. I can tell y'all that right now. Sean is not that. So they go on a date. And I feel like this part was funny, y'all. Whenever Sean comes to pick her up, he meets Eric. Sean was shaking in his boots. He was shaking in his boots, nervous, and he felt confident that, he was growing feelings for Jessica and that if things kept going the way that they were going, then Eric was going to have something to look out for. Yeah, whatever. So they go on a date. They go hiking. Sean was wearing an interesting outfit. I'm going to call it professional joggers because they weren't just sweats, but it was something about the look that was real professional. And that's what I mean when I say, like, Sean is not Jessica's type. Like, girl, stop. Move on to the next date, okay? So, they're walking. He kisses her hand. They're joking about skipping and all that stuff. And then they sit down and he tries to have a fake, deep conversation. And he says, I just want you to know, like, I see you, not just physical. I see you. Like, Who told you that that's what she was looking for the whole time? She probably told him that on that first date, that she was looking to be seen, like her inner soul type stuff. And he definitely just repeated what she said. So I don't think it's that deep. I don't see why she's continuing to date him. I definitely thought she was going to hop over to that confessional and say the man was lame as fuck. But she ended up saying she loved it. So I'm like, I guess. Okay. And P is asking, Jessica has kids. Yes. Last episode, Jessica told us that she had 2 kids, a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old, but they never said if the children were with Eric. I'm going to doubt, because I think they've only been dating for 3 years and the kids are way older than that. So no, these are children from a previous relationship, I would assume. So on the other side of things, Eric goes on a date with this pretty Panamanian woman named Leilani. And it was a cool date, y'all. I feel like I told y'all Eric has a cool personality. So literally all of his dates have been cool. So it's not really and that's really telling, y'all. It's not a super complicated formula for Eric to have a really good date. The girl has to look nice, or she has to have deep conversation. He went on a date with another girl, 2 episodes ago, and she wasn't his type. Beautiful girl, not his type, but he liked the conversation that he had with her. This date with Leilani, she has all the things that he needs. Check, check, check. He liked her little accent. She's a nice person, and she's not in a rush for marriage because she's actually divorced. She has a daughter, which he obviously is used to dating somebody with kids. He probably got kids of his own. I'm not sure. But he probably do, because we really don't be knowing about who has kids on these reality shows. Either way it goes, I'm saying it's really telling that all of Eric's dates go so well, and he's always finding something in the person who he set up with that he doesn't have in Jessica. So I feel like that's enough for both he and Jessica to know that they should probably separate, honestly. A lot of the things that they go through could be fixed, but it's a matter of choosing each other. Kind of similar to what Laronda Sean was saying at the end of the episode. You're always going to find something if you go out there searching for it, right? But he's choosing to stay with Laronda. And I feel like if Jessica and Eric decided to work on things, it would quite literally be a force. So, I mean, I honestly want both of them to find somebody. I love watching Eric enjoy himself on these dates, but I don't think they're going to work out. And they really shouldn't work out. But if they do, I mean, if you like it, I love it. But I don't see it. So Eric is all touchy-feely on this day with Leilani, and they end up holding hands. So we'll move on to the next couple, Laronda and Sean. Y'all, I don't know. That was my dog snoring in the background. It's Sunday brunch, okay? It's too early for him. I don't know, y'all, about Laronda and Sean. It's something about them that kind of irritates me in the same way that Alexia is irritating me. I feel like the only people who's actually open to this process literally is Jessica and Eric. They're actually going into their dates. They're actually participating, and they're dating as if they're single, which I feel like they should be, but they aren't even really crossing boundaries. They're actually just making connections with people, which I feel like isn't really hard for Jessica to do as long as they got the bag, right? And I also feel like it's not really hard for Eric to do as long as, they look good. He's an outgoing dude. He can make conversation. But Laronda and Sean, y'all, what did you come on this show for? Early in the beginning, I thought they didn't have any issues, right? Now that we're starting to see where their issues are, that Sean is a man-child and Laronda is taking the maturity role of low-key his mother, and he's overprotective, so he likes to try to play her damn daddy role. Now that we see the issues with y'all's relationships, why are you here? Do y'all want to get married? Sean continues to choose Laronda. He keeps putting himself to a stopping point on all these dates. So it's like, why are you here? If it's as simple as you saying, I choose Laronda every time. Put a ring on it. What's going on, okay? With all the toxicity and, negative stuff in y'all relationship, if both of y'all know that y'all are going to choose each other, why is you here? In my Jocelyn Hernandez voice. I don't get it, okay? So this episode, Sean ends up going on a date with Teray. Before I talk about the dates, they show a scene with Laronda and Sean, and they're talking about what each of the other one needs from the other one. And, the question is, how can I be a better communicator? Sean says that he needs Laronda to be an upfront communicator because a lot of times she just does things spontaneously and she doesn't tell him what she has going on. I feel like that's cool to note because Laronda runs the relationship, like what I'm saying. Although I feel like it's something very toxic about Sean being a man child, Laronda is okay with that. That's why Laronda likes to rip and run and does whatever she wants to do. She runs the relationship. So, Sean says be an upfront communicator. She goes on trips. One time he FaceTimed her. It was 2 dudes in the room. Honestly, I feel like Sean has probably blown that up out of proportion. It sounded like it was some type of work trip or some sort of networking type trip. And I feel like Laronda low-key wants to run, but she's scared of the consequences if she does run. Something about Sean very much gives me, Laronda, if you leave me, die. I'm not even gonna finish it. But something about Sean gives me that, if y'all are picking up what I'm putting down, okay? So I feel like Laronda, part of her wants to leave, but part of her also likes the control that she has over Sean because she knows that with her having the upper hand in the relationship, she can control what she's doing, what he's doing, and so on and so forth. It's a negative relationship, but it's not just on Sean's behalf. It's also on Laronda's because she's complacent in what she's doing. Anyway, Laronda just says that she wants for them to fight fair. She feels like Sean does too much, but whatever. Okay. So next, y'all, let's talk about Sean going on this date with Teray. Teray is beautiful. Okay. She has a really nice, like soft, sensual voice in the way she talks. She's a model and I don't see them being paired together, but it does seem like they keep pairing him with these like eccentric brown skinned women. So he definitely has a type. So he's on the date, shaking in his boots, doing yoga. And again, he doesn't really want to open up to Teray. On the other side of things, Laronda goes on a date with Derek. He's definitely an older man. I knew he was in his 40s before they even said that he was in his 40s, just based on the glasses that he had, the button down with the cuff rolled up to about the elbows, and the boot cut, loosely fitted jeans. It's something about, these 40-year-olds doing like the uncle vibe. Besides that, the odd pairing of them two together, they seem to have decent conversation. The conversation it didn't seem like anything to me. It was kind of boring. He says that he's open to kids as long as he has a marriage first. He has kids already. Thank you so much, Carrie. But yeah, he has kids already, and I feel like we really didn't learn anything from the date. These dates with both Laronda and Sean have been boring AF, and they've been so boring because neither one of them want to open up themselves to the process. But Laronda claims she thinks that there's something there. You want to know who I think that there was something there with? Sir James. But you didn't give him another chance because you were scared that Sean was going to lose his ish, okay? So now it's time to move on to the foolery. The foolery. It's time to move on to it all because I can't. I feel like for the last 4 or 5 videos, I've been the foolery, Alexia and Darian. So we're first going to start out with this date with Monty. I think Monty's a very handsome, bald man. He seems real chill, real cool, calm. And I feel like this is the type of dude that Alexia should leave Darian for. I feel like when you go on these shows, majority of the people are like, do I really want to risk what I spent 14 years on for somebody who I met 2 weeks ago? And I feel like if you were to do it, Monty is the dude that you do it for. So they go on a date. He's saying, what you been up to? Alexia is like, yeah, I just been focusing on myself. He says, why did you want to go on another date with me? And she says, well, I thought you were cool. And, he thought that she was cool too. He thought that she looked beautiful outside of her basketball outfit and everything else. Alexia is beautiful. She's very tomboyish. The way she be hunching, she be like this all the time. She was nervous on that date. When she was playing basketball, she was sitting all back here, yeah, whooping your ass to the duh. And then you had her at that dinner table with the makeup on, and she was. Either way it goes, I feel like the vibes could definitely be there if Alexia allowed them to be there. So yeah, the conversation a little bit ends up going to Darian because he brings up the fact that he was also in a hip hop group. And now I don't know on what scale. I don't think he's famous or anything, but it was definitely something that it sounded like he liked to do for fun. Alexia just immediately rolls her eyes, thinks about Darian, and that's kind of the end of that date. So now we'll go on to Dr. Nicole and Alexia. And I'm super glad that Alexia is getting some one-on-one time with Dr. Nicole. And Dr. Nicole, in so many ways, is telling Alexia, trust the process. And when she's saying trust the process and trust Darian, it's not because I think she wants Darian and Alexia to be together. I think it's because she wants Alexia to see the light. Like, child, walk with me. Trust me. I will show you who Darian really is if you want, or not even she. I think she wants Alexia to know Darian will show you who he really is if you walk with me and open your eyes. And Alexia keeps running into herself. So it's like, come on, okay? So yes, in this session with Dr. Nicole, she immediately feels like Darian doesn't allow her to talk. She feels like she's lost her voice in this relationship. And she ends up talking about how he definitely had 3 kids over the 14 years. If you were away playing basketball, or if y'all had broken up for a hot second, how is it that he's out here laying up with different women enough to have children, and you were still in his life? And you decided to stick beside him. So I know she feels like a lot of people are giving her the blame, but in this situation, Alexia, you were complicit. You allowed him to do this. You never stood up and said, even though you say with your words, this is what I need from you, this is what I'm expecting from you, ultimately your actions don't prove it. And we'll talk about that whenever we go into the condo. So what we find out from the session with Dr. Nicole is that Alexia actually retired from basketball early because she felt like she wasn't putting in enough time into the relationship, and that's the reason why I was failing. So I know you probably think that's why he had the 3 kids on you. And I really, really hate to see it, because it's definitely something going on up here that needs fixing. There's something going on down here that needs fixing. And that's why you feel like everybody is on your head instead of on Darian's head. Because you call the shots. You decide to stay or leave. It's not your fault he had 3 kids on you, but it's definitely your fault that you were still with him, unmarried, no kids, 14 years plus. Girl, do something different, okay? So throughout this session, Dr. Nicole is basically telling her, like, trust this process. I love Dr. Nicole. She read Sean like a motherfucking book at the end of the episode, okay? And she's lightweight giving Alexia the business because she wants better for Alexia, just like we do. So now Alexia and Darian end up going on a date after she was talking all that smoke, like, oh no, I'm not going on a date with Darian. No. And I was so happy to think that she wasn't going on a date with Darian, because I was like, why would she waste her time with Darian? You on here to date other people. But no, he took you home. He convinced you. And like he says, the men control the temperature of the room, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. So he ends up convincing her to go on a date. Basically, they sit down and she said, I need you to sell that condo. I don't feel like he necessarily said, yes, I'll sell it. I feel like he was, okay, I'm open to it. And she took that as a win. And this is the reason why you continue to be where you are. You're taking these small things as wins, and you're getting further and further away from what you want, because you know that you can't win the big battle. So you feel like you rather have this much of Darian and feel like you won this much than to get what you really want at the end, which is a big happy family, white picket fence, and Darian's 3 outside babies. So, girl, so yeah, Alexia thinks that it's a big step. He's telling Alexia that she needs to let go of her friends. Goodbye, the guy friends. So now we meet up with the rest of the couples at the very end. And we're going to go in order from top to bottom, or whatever order. So let's start out with Alexia. Alexia and Darian show up, and they definitely on some clown shit. I'm not even gonna lie. They both grinning from ear to ear. Darian can't even keep his eyes open. She's smiling. Well, yes, I ended up going on a date with him. Well, Monty's cool, but I feel like a light bulb has went off with Darian. Okay. So you putting yourself back on this merry-go-round, basically. Bless your heart. So Alexia feels like a light bulb went off. And I specifically had to grab the screenshot of the pictures of the other couples, because the other couples was looking at her like, girl, you a damn fool. Look at Sean. Look at Laronda. Look at Jessica. Look at Eric. The shit is comical, and I hate to see it. So she says that there's no third date for Monty because they're just friend vibes. Obviously, there's just going to be friend vibes when you're in the early stages of dating someone. And honestly, that's the route you want to go versus the route you went with Darian, where 5 minutes after you met him, he was already tugging you down in the club. Because what do you think he's doing with other women that he's meeting? Kai. And we're going to talk about that. So she says no third date for Monty, and Darian ends up saying no fifth date for Kai. And while you think that this is a win, Kai is not the issue. The condo is not the issue, because once the condo is gone, once Kai is gone, Darian is going to continue doing the same shit in the same routine, and you're going to be in the same spot. But do what you do, sis. Jessica. Now Jessica, she says that she likes Sean. She's attracted to the fact that he thinks that she can communicate. And she just feels like things with Eric is always an interrogation. Dr. Nicole is pressing Eric on asking her so many questions. Honestly, I kind of felt like I was disagreeing with Dr. Nicole in this situation. I feel like Eric is asking her so many questions because she can't be trusted. But in the same breath, Dr. Nicole is probably like, is you here? Is you not here? Are you going to be with her? Be with her. If you're not, then leave. And she asked a lot of questions to make them think about what they're doing and why they're doing it. So Eric ends up saying that, yes, he's going on a second date with Leilani after bigging her up, talking about how perfect she was. And while I don't think Jessica was truly interested in another date with Sean, because she said he was doing too much by expressing too many feelings and so on and so forth, she agrees to a third date for Sean because she feels like there's still more for her to get to know about him. And she's just holding on to this because Eric found somebody who he likes. So she's going to try to force herself into like with Sean, even though that man ain't even your type because he's thirsty. So now Laronda says yes to a second date with Derek, and it doesn't even sound like she's truly interested in dating him again. It just sounded like the date was short on time. So she's like, why not? Sean makes a joke that's not cute at all. He says, I'm not going to throw up this time. Boy, goodbye. So yeah, Sean, this is where he says he keeps choosing Laronda. And he doesn't want to go on another date with Teray. Dr. Nicole says, why? And he says, well, while these dates are great, I appreciate what I have. And while you can listen to that and be like, oh, that's so cute, Dr. Nicole read him like a damn book. She was like, literally, he's not making any progress. If you keep thinking like that, you're not going to make any progress, which is why y'all going to end up in the same spot that y'all are at the very end of this episode or season. So y'all, I'm glad that Dr. Nicole read him like a damn book. But, all these couples are really getting on my damn nerves. Y'all don't want change. And it just is what it is. So let me go through these comments. Thank y'all for joining me for this live. And like I told y'all, one more live immediately after this one. We're going to review Love and Marriage Huntsville after this. So Free Indeed says she gives, I didn't have my daddy, I want a man with swag. I'm used to chaos. Oh, y'all tripping. Harold says big clown-ish. Literally big clown shit, for real. EJ Dub says that Eric and Jessica are the petty couple. They definitely are. Definitely Jessica agreed to that third date to make Eric jealous. And thank you so much, Julia, for being on it, y'all. It's 64 people on the live, and we only have 30 likes, y'all. Like I said at the beginning of this video, be sure to support my channel. Like the video up. Comment, subscribe, y'all. We're almost on the way to 7,000. I think I'm like 30-something subscribers away from it. So it will be amazing if today, August 1st, Your girl hit 7,000 subscribers. So be sure to share and support the channel. And it's J-Dub. Good question. J-Dub wants to know, why is Dr. Nicole making Darian give closure to Kai? Because she knows that Darian has laid up with that woman. And we're going to have to find out. In the previews for the next episode, Kai says to Darian, well, you didn't think that whenever you slept with me. Pretends to act shocked. We knew what you was up to, Darian. We are going to find out in the next video. Y'all head over to my channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because we are about to review Love and Marriage Huntsville. Bye.